This is a big week. But first, sleep.
Everyone said I need to tell you how big I am, but I made a huge mistake. Premium volume is a trap. Premium volume is a trap.
Oh, what? Can we rewind that one more time?
Premium volume is a trap.
Let's unpack that. That was a big line to drop. Okay, so context. We've been told as agents in this industry over and over and over again that if you grow revenue, you'll be successful. Meaning that your goal every day, Mr. or Mrs. Agency Owner, is simply to bring in more business. You have to build a bigger agency. And if you're not doing that, I don't know what you're doing. Why have we been told that? Why have we been told that bigger is better? Pride, 100%. There's definitely an element of ego here. Aside from that, because we're told that if you have a bigger budget, you have more room to play, more ability to scale. Because we'll be a bigger player, which means more leverage, which means potentially more commission. And certainly carriers want agents to be told that they should be writing more business. So size of agency is key. It is the line in the sand between winners and losers. Or is it? Here's the assumption that with more revenue comes better margins. Okay, I'll bite. I'm here for it. Let's talk margins. To understand them, you have to determine your revenue and expenses. How much you're bringing in, how much are you pushing out? And whatever's left over is yours to keep. Now, most try to increase margin through the revenue bucket, right? Again, I have more revenue, which means I'm a bigger player, which means I can go to carriers and tell them to give me more cut out of each piece of business. Boom, margin problem solved. Oh, that was easy. Have a good one. What about the expense bucket? Sure, you could create margin by moving to a smaller building, mowing your own lawn, or drinking less cold brew. Although I would argue that I do work twice as hard after a good cup of cold brew. But think about the biggest expense in a service-based industry. People. What are your people doing? What are their behaviors every day, and how does that impact your bottom line? Those are the questions that Zinc answered through Neon. Over the last year, Zinc has tracked every service interaction that has taken place inside their walls. Every single one. All 10,097 of them. Yes, we can do that. We can see how much time is spent on each individual interaction, the average time it takes a service person to handle a request, who is handling each interaction, and even what types of interactions they are. Was it a customer calling to add or remove a coverage, issue a certificate of insurance, answer a coverage question, start a claim, inquire about a bill? Was it a carrier request for something, or just another miscellaneous activity? Okay, now guys, here is the most interesting part of this whole thing. Over the last year, a little less than half the tasks that the Zinc service team handled were initiated by carriers, not customers. In dollars, essentially a full team member at Zinc is dedicated to handling requests that come from carriers. Yeah, let's talk about how we get better margins. I'm not going to show it here, but we can even see in that 43% which carriers are sending us more work. And This is the part that just blows my mind in this whole thing. We can then compare that to the commission structure of each of those carriers and determine, even though X carrier is giving us more commission, because we're a big player and, we went to bat for that, they're causing us an awful lot of work through these service requests. So are we really making the margins that we want on that relationship? Long story short, just because you build a bigger business does not mean that you're making more money.
Premium volume is trap.
It's a trap, and we're all running to it. Because we were told that that's what success would be like, and that's what I was building, and heck, that's why I built millions of dollars. But I made a huge mistake. Premium volume is a trap, and if you're running towards that, you're done.
It's a trap. She doesn't like to drive with me. She told me that she finally, I got her to admit that she hates driving with me.
Well, you're a terrible driver.
That's what she said.
I was gonna say, I don't think I said a bad driver. I think I just said I held on extra tight.
Well, what do you see?
Are we riding in this sweet digs?
Yeah.
Sweet. Helen.
Yeah. Oh, so you go down and then take a left.
Gotcha.
Right at that side. No, but I wish I could capture on video the feeling. That was where you're supposed to turn left. Whoa! Whoa!
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I think I captured it. Whew! Awesome day. Laid down some strategy. My brain is definitely fried right now, so I think I'm gonna go find a sporting goods store, buy some running shoes, go for a run, eat some food, and call it a day. I'll see you tomorrow. What's up, guys? I think it's time to run. So this week is a big week. We've got to build an extra piece of tech onto the stack that Seth has already built that is Neon, which means we've got to hire builders to do that. And this week is all about choosing those builders. If we get that wrong, that could cost us the entire project. These guys are expensive, and to build this stuff takes a lot of time. So today is all about road mapping how long this project is gonna take and what it's gonna cost with one of the builders we're considering. Woo! Woo! I'm done. I'm done. I love running. I'm done, dude. So over the next 2 days, we are gonna sit in this room until we map out every data point for the insurance customer journey from the very beginning to the very end. From before they even realize they need insurance up until they make that decision to leave. Every single data point and how it applies, why it's important to the agency and why it's important to the carrier. It's gonna be a long 2 days.